Welcome to Tesla Global, the home of Tesla news. Today we take a look at the Cybertruck design and why it won't matter, and also that Elon Musk doesn't care about what the critics think. Elon Musk admits Tesla Cybertruck could be a flop. Says he doesn't care. On July 15th, Tim Healy, writing in The Truth About Cars, offered this opinion. I've been thinking this for quite some time, since the unveiling, really, and the more I see the truck in the news, the more I think it might be Tesla's first true flop as a model. It looks like a one-off Hot Wheels toy come to life. You know the kind, those weird little toy cars that looked as if they'd be impossible to produce. Well, that's not going to make the Tesla fanboys too happy, is it? All we have to say on the subject is, opinions are like noses. Everybody has one. Healy goes on to say, I still remember the launch in November 2019. It took place on the back end of press days for the Los Angeles Auto Show. We weren't invited, and that's fine. I was at dinner with another OEM anyway the night before, driving one of that company's prototypes. During a lull in conversation at Spago in Beverly Hills, we journalists started checking our phones to see what Tesla was showing. The reaction among the assembled media and PR folks was less than enthused. It sure seemed like it wouldn't be able to do what trucks are supposed to do, at least not well. It does have a bed and lockable storage, and the claimed towing numbers are impressive, but it seems like the Rivian, Ford F-150 Lightning, and the upcoming GMC Hummer will be more usable as trucks. Naturally, Elon had something to say about Healy's opinion piece. Musk is not wrong. GM, Ford, Dodge, and to some extent Toyota and Nissan have all tried their best to capture whatever the essence of pickup truckness is that causes Americans to run out and buy them like lemmings following each other over a cliff. Each has a distinctive grille meant to intimidate other drivers as much as possible. Every year, those grilles get higher, wider, and more aggressive looking, which seems to bring more customers into their showrooms. The Cybertruck, quite obviously, is not playing that game, which may turn out to be its greatest strength. But Honda's experience could have a lesson for Tesla. Early models of its Ridgeline pickup truck had flying buttresses along the sides of the load bed. Sales were dismal. The current version of the Ridgeline does away with those sail panels, and sales have perked up nicely. Nevertheless, Tesla may have over 1 million reservations for the Cybertruck already. The not yet released electric Hummer has already had an effect on the Cybertruck. People are in awe of the Hummer's four-wheel steering that allows it to crab walk sideways. Tesla has already announced the Cybertruck will also have four-wheel steering available when it goes on sale. Competition really does improve the breed. But the rest of the design has changed little since the Cybertruck was unveiled, including the absence of door mirrors. Naturally, Musk tweets and the tax story have created quite a stir on the F subreddit forum, where many question whether the Cybertruck, with its angular front end, will meet pedestrian safety regulations. On the subject of looks, here's a sampling of the 300 comments so far. I liked it when they introduced it, I still like it now. I'm not getting one for two reasons: it won't fit in my garage. My partner hates how it looks and said she wouldn't want to ride in it. But even though it's weird looking, something about it appeals to me. Vithio. I think it's more different than ugly. It's the differentness that doesn't appeal to many people. But it's the differentness that appeals to others. It does at least look strong, hard to argue with that. Whether it's as strong as it appears is anyone's guess, but ultimately it doesn't really matter. It definitely grows on you. I liked it less initially, but once I got over the shock, then it's not so bad. It doesn't sit quietly. If someone wants attention, they will defiantly get it in one of these, which tells me it won't be an outright flop. I think it looks decent tbh. Global. Shutter. Ford and GM both have more practical, durable and good-looking EV trucks coming out in the next year or two. Not to mention that spares you from having to buy anything made by that bastard Elon Musk. Socialismus 1917. Frankly, it could be uglier and I'd still buy it. I like the stainless steel. I like the big FU to the gas-guzzling pickup world. I like the locked vault and the power and the big visibility out the front and the range. It's gonna be great. Random. The Tesla Cybertruck's looks are not as big of a deal as critics think. Just recently, Elon Musk acknowledged on Twitter that the Tesla Cybertruck might be a flop simply because it is so unlike anything else on the market. This has resulted in numerous Tesla skeptics predicting that the all-electric pickup truck's design is so out there that the vehicle would be the company's first true failure. Such sentiments, however, may be overblown, as the Cybertruck's looks may not be as big of a deal as critics think. Numbers don't lie, and specs matter. The Cybertruck is a pickup truck, even if it does not look like a traditional truck. This means that it is designed to be capable enough to handle tasks that are typically expected of pickups. This is the reason why the Cybertruck has a large 6.5-foot bed, 100 cubic feet of exterior lockable storage, up to 3,500 pounds of payload capacity, and a towing capacity of up to 14,000 pounds. These matter, especially among buyers who actually use their pickup trucks for work. These specs are pretty hard to beat. Even the Ford F-150 Lightning, which seems to be on track to become one of the most popular all-electric pickup trucks in the market, does not match up to the Cybertruck specs. Even if rumors are true, and the Ford F-150 Lightning really has a range above 400 miles per charge, the Cybertruck's tri-motor variant is listed with a range of over 500 miles. Tesla has so far not disappointed when it comes to its vehicle's EPA-rated miles. A reliable, rapid charging network matters. During Car and Driver's recent F1000 test, it was revealed that the US best electric vehicle rapid charging infrastructure is still the Tesla Supercharger network. There are other networks that provide rapid charging services, but few if any could match the Supercharger network's ease of use, reliability, and sheer size. This matters a lot for all-electric pickup trucks, many of which would likely not achieve their rated range due to the cargo they carry or the items they tow anyway. What is rarely mentioned is that Teslas are not only compatible with the Supercharger network. Teslas can also charge at IFGO and Electrify America stations, to name a few. This means that the Cybertruck could charge at the same rapid charging stations as rivals like the F-150 Lightning on top of the Supercharger network. This is a notable advantage, and one that would likely be appreciated by those who drive the all-electric truck. Looks may not matter as much. One has to get this point out of the way. Trucks are tough vehicles that are widely expected to handle the worst that the elements can offer. The Cybertruck could definitely be described as ugly, but it's just like other pickups in the market in the way that it's not necessarily competing with exotic supercars in the looks department. Elon Musk may have a point when he noted that pickups have generally looked the same over the decades, and it might be time for something new. The Cybertruck is designed to weather the worst that the elements can offer, and with its thick stainless steel exoskeleton and tank-like appearance, it definitely ticks off the boxes in the toughness department. With this in mind, reasons like "but it looks so weird and I'm not comfortable with its looks" almost sound pretty lame. Even businesses that operate fleets of pickup trucks would probably prefer a vehicle that's superior in specs and price. After all, even if its looks leave some to be desired. Besides, different does not necessarily mean that something will be a flop. Just look at the Nissan Juke. No one can deny that it looks extremely weird, but it has sold over 1 million units in the first decade of its production. Why was this so? Because it's a dang fun car and it's quirky, and it does crossover things in a very good crossover way. It's fairly reliable, sturdy, and cheap to maintain. Other drivers on the road would be hard-pressed to ignore it too, for better or for worse. An iPhone lesson. A pretty popular anecdote in the mobile phone industry involves the first-generation iPhone and how it was received by critics. Back then, the term smartphone generally referred to a fairly large handheld device with a full physical keyboard and some email capabilities. Then came a block of glass with an on-screen keyboard that offers no tactile feedback when typing. This attracted its own fair share of skeptics, many of whom felt like the device was just too strange to be a serious threat to the mobile phone giants at the time, such as Nokia and BlackBerry. Just check out this section from a 2007 review from TechCrunch, which was skeptical of the iPhone's keyboard. That virtual keyboard will be about as useful for tapping out emails and text messages as a rotary phone. Don't be surprised if a sizable contingent of iPhone buyers express some remorse at ditching their BlackBerry when they spend an extra hour each day pumping out emails on the road, the publication wrote. So can the Cybertruck be a flop? It may, though unofficial trackers estimate that over 1 million reservations for the vehicle have been filed to date. But even if the vehicle does turn off many buyers such as die-hard truck guys who swear by their F-150S looks, the fact remains that the Cybertruck does not need the support of avid truck aficionados to be successful. It just has to show the world that it is a viable product with superior specs and durability at a reasonable price point. If it accomplishes this, then the Cybertruck would likely be fine. Do you think the Cybertruck will be a flop? Or will it succeed and become a great selling truck? That's all for today. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, and if you are new, please subscribe to the channel to help us grow.